visuals on. Where are we? There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure that everything is lining up as it should for the quiz today. So, that looks about right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Live Learning with me, Jer. New background visuals. Everyone's asking me constantly where I'm from, so I thought I'd help everyone out. New microphone, so let me know if there's any sound issues. And yeah, so we're here. New background visuals, new technology, and a cup of tea, as always. If you're first time watching, let me know in the chat where you're watching from. If you're one of my regulars, jump on and say hello. Great quiz today. Really excited about the quiz. We're going to do lots of interesting vocabulary about structures, buildings, places, all of that kind of stuff. So, Carlos Eduardo, hello again to you. Hello to you in Brazil. Glad to have you here. Let me know if my sound is good or bad. Trying out a new microphone today. So, I just hope everything is working. Do I have my backup? I do have my backup headphones, my earphones. So if there's any sound problems, let me know. But yeah, it is Thursday, the 9th of October, and you're live with Jer. I'm in Ireland, hence my flag up here, Irish flag. I'm live in Dublin, and I'm excited to get going today. We are going to do a quiz, and it's going to be great. We're going to have great fun. Let me just jump on the desktop. So
Get ready for win.
turn off the sound. And Babak Alpha from London, and sounds perfectly okay. Great to hear. Great. New, it's pretty good. I've done um, some social media posts with this, so it's pretty good. So I hope you can hear. If there's any rubbing off it or anything, just let me know. Carlos, you're at your lunch. Very good. That's why I can participate a little bit. Great. Well, make sure and jump into the chat. And when I pop up the quiz, there's going to be pictures here in this section. And I'm going to be asking you what the name of them is in English, or do you know any other names for them? Sometimes there'll be might be more than one. So yeah, it feels a bit strange not having my earphones and being connected to the phone. But yeah, this is the new Live with Learning English Pro. So yeah, we'll wait for one or two more people to jump on and have a sip of tea. Everyone jump on and let me know where you're watching from. If this is your first time with the channel, this is Jer. I'm Jer. This is my name right here. And this is Learning English Pro, where we do professional English. Coming tomorrow, I'll be publishing my next medical English lesson on dermatology. Really, really great vocabulary in there for really anyone in healthcare or just generally. You know, these are words that are very well known generally in English. Karat Patan, hello. Thanks for saying hello. Nice to have you here. And yeah, cup of tea, and all is very well. Hima, hello. Hi to you. Let me know where you're watching from. Karat Patan, hello again. And yeah, let's see. We have about 13 people on, so I'll wait for one or two more. Hopefully, we get one or two more, and we'll start the quiz. So yeah, Kathmandu, Nepal from Great Galaxy. Wow, a fantastic place. I'd love to visit Kathmandu. Great name as well, Kathmandu. So yeah, lovely. Great to have you all here. Giga Shiga, what are you guys talking about? So we're just about to jump into our English vocabulary quiz. So stay tuned. I have lots and lots of slides, lots of images that I want you to guess the vocabulary. You're most welcome. Thank you so much, Great Galaxy. Great name as well. Hello, I need the lyrics for the song. I don't know that song, I'm afraid. I have no idea. I'm not very good with lyrics. I tend to make up my own things when I don't understand. So yeah, will we jump into the quiz? Sure, sir, eagerly waiting. Thank you so much, Great Galaxy. Yeah, it seems like a very fantasy place for me to go, but yeah, I'd love to go. And Giga Chica is from Nepal too. Wow, two people from Nepal. That's amazing. And Hima, it's a Brazilian song. Oh, very good. Well, I'm Irish. I wouldn't really know much in the way of Brazilian music, I'm afraid. But yeah, if it's anything English related, I can try and help you. I was singing yesterday. I posted a short about it. a little bit embarrassed, but I just said, hey, why not? So you can check out my latest short, and it's me singing an Irish tune if you want. So yes, we're having some discussion between Great Galaxy and Giga Chiga, two people from Nepal watching live. Karapatan is in Kazakhstan. Wow, fantastic. Am I Italian? No, I'm Irish. Irish, hence the shamrock and my my Irish flag up here. So yeah, all is good. Okay, guys, we're going to jump into the chat and the quiz, and make sure and drop a like on the video. Say hello. Gaelic, is that Irish language? Yes, we just call it Irish. We just call it Irish language. I had a friend called Atlin from Kazakhstan. Oh, very good. So lots of chat in the chat today between people. Great to see. Make sure and say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. We have people from Nepal today, Brazil. I'm in Ireland. We have discussions about Kazakhstan. Karat is from Kazakhstan. And Ali, go start the lesson. Yes, I will start now. Can you explain to me about America? I can try. What do you want to know? R.I.P. John Cena. Is John Cena dead? Hi, Gavin Pritzing. Hello to you. Aloha from Maui. Wow, Maui. There's a really beautiful place, isn't it? Are you generous? I hope I'm generous. Do you ever try lucid dream? No, I haven't. I don't think I have. Maybe. I think I've woken up from dreams very freaked out, maybe. Okay, so let's try our first. We are doing a quiz and we're going to start right now. Let me just load up my graphics. So I want you to tell me what this is. What do we call this in English? An Irish Native American in Polynesia. Wow. Wow, that's a great combination and great location. Are you in are you perfect in English like an expert? Yes, I'd like to think I'm an expert. I'm a self-trained English teacher, TEFL teacher. So let's have a look in our chat and see what our answers are. So we have Vendan Shammer Games at 5. Windmill, great, perfect. Great Galaxy, Windmill, perfect. Don't you have any quizzes today? Giga Chiga, we're in the middle. A wind machine. A wind machine would be something else, something like an electronic. A wind machine would be used in like a music video. Think of Lady Gaga and the wind is blowing in her hair at the TV studio. So that's what a wind machine is. But good guess. Carlos, I don't know. Well, we have the correct answer, and Anishat Anand has windmill as well. It's all one word, guys. Hello, ciao. Oxy Bisi, hello to you. A wind turbine. No, it's not. It's a windmill. This is a classic windmill. Very, very classic. Not really electrical now. Maybe it does. Maybe modern ones do. But we'll come back to this term wind turbine later, okay? Taiwu Adi Deji, hello to you. Moji Imi says hi, hello to you. Emma, so what is the meaning of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Is the longest word? No, it's not the longest word. We had the longest word about a week ago, and it's a medical condition about pneumonia. But supercalifragilisticexpialidocious is really just a nonsense word, but it's great to sing along to with Mary Poppins. A wind turbine. No, so this is a windmill. Yeah, windmill. Schadenfreude. There's a little bit of German coming in there. So yes, this is a windmill. Hashim Trad, hello to you. So windmill is all one word. We don't need to separate it. Windmill. Anish Anand, Kerala, India. Welcome, welcome. My teacher told me it is a way of saying you look awesome. Um, no, not really. It's more of a nonsense. It doesn't really. That's what the song is all about. You know, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is often quite atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I could go on. I do know the song. Oh man, I am incorrect. That's okay, Giga Chiga. You were very close. Good night. Welcome, Brata. Hello to you, Raja Pandit. There we go. Vedansh's Gamers at 5 has our longest word there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Yeah, you broke it down into small words. That's perfect. Yeah, that's what I would do. Pneumonia. Oh, it's flying up in the chat, but maybe another time. Hello, Hashim Trad. Hello to you. How much windmills in Ireland? We don't really have these. There may be some kind of old ones, not very many, but we do have wind turbines, which I'll get to in a little bit. Yeah, let's do another. Yes, Giga Chica, let's do another. So I'm diving into my photo album. So next we're doing a location. What is this called? This place in the middle. Can anyone tell me? So these are mountains, yes, but they form a specific shape. So, can you tell me what it is? Is it morning in Ireland? No, it's a 4:15 in the afternoon. Pneumonio ultra microscopic silvicovolcanocosiosis. There we go. That's my attempt. Valley. Him is in with valley. A chasm. A chasm. That's a great word, but I would go with valley. Hello, good evening again from Perth, Australia. Hello, girl. Hello to you. You're in Australia, but you're from India. Yes, you joined the other day. I do remember you. Giga Chicka's in with valley. Awas. Hello to you. A valley. Check your spelling there. Giga Chicka. Yeah, valley. Vidange Gamer Z5 Valley. Yes. Carlos Valley, yes, Hima Valley. How can I be more active with you? Just join in the chat. This is really where you're going to contact me every single day. You know, I usually take Saturdays off. I'll be taking Saturday off this week, but I'll be back on tomorrow, 4 p.m. ish, and Sunday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Gigachilla Valley, a canyon, kind of, but a canyon is much, much bigger, much, much bigger. Think of the Grand Canyon, and you know, it's very deep and it's very wide. Okay, we also had chasm there a little while ago, and a chasm is something like this. It's very big, but a chasm is more like a hole in the ground, a big, huge, deep, endless hole. You know, a canyon. So no, yeah. So we had valley. This is a valley. Hey, bro, how are you? Ashk Gujar, hello to you. Welcome back. It's a canyon or a valley. I would go with valley. I'd stick with valley, everybody. A V-shaped valley, exactly. A very classic valley. Okay. A river valley. Yes, we have a river here. So probably this river is responsible for the shape. Is your channel monetized? Yes, it is. I can see the water. So is it? Yes, it is. It is a river valley. Okay. To be specific. Thank you, Frank Earth. That's great. Okay, let's move on to our next one. So what would we call this? Simple, but what are we going to call this? It's not a cave. What is it? What's the name in English? Do you think this is easy? Jump in the chat and let me know. Giga Chiga is in a tunnel. Vidange Gamer Z5 tunnel. A dungeon or a tunnel. Very good. We have a lot of valleys in Nepal since Nepal is a mountainous country. Yes, amazing. I'd love to see those Himalayas. A tunnel. Carlos, yes. Great Galaxy, a tunnel. Giga Chiga tunnel. A walkway. That's a nice way. We could call it a walkway, but really this structure, if we were to say, I'm going to this place, I'm going to the tunnel, okay? The tunnel has a walkway in it, okay? And we had dungeon earlier, so this would be the tunnel maybe to the dungeon, okay? Or you would have a tunnel inside the dungeon, okay? London Underground, but it's a tunnel. Yes, it probably very well could be the London Underground. Probably a structure. We can see, you know, bricks and things in there. So yeah, it could very well be the London Underground. A dungeon or a tunnel. There's that dungeon word again. Yes, very good. It's a tunnel. I would go with tunnel. A shaft or a channel. Yes, like if we were thinking in maybe engineering terms or building, it could be, you know, shaft is usually used for something like an electrical shaft or a water shaft or an outlet or something like that. So if we're using the word shaft, we would usually attach something like a plumbing shaft or an exit shaft or something or a channel. So a channel here would be if it had water in it. That's what we would call it. So I would stick with tunnel. Tunnel is the best one. So well done, everybody. I studied. Very good. Yes, I can see that. Okay, so let's see where we are next. So this may look familiar, but it's not the one that I would, you know, I don't know the name of this one, this particular building, but what's this type of structure called? We have Big Ben in London. This one isn't Big Ben, but what's this type of structure called? A tunnel in a subway, Karat. Very good. Yeah, definitely could be. Giga Chigga's in with Clock Tower. A minaret, a monarch, a minaret. That word is ringing a bell. I need to Google minaret. A minaret. So a slender tower, typically part of a mosque, with a balcony from which a muezzin calls Muslims to prayer. So this wouldn't be a minaret. Um, oh, well, maybe it is, isn't it? Yes, it is a minaret. It is. Well done. It is a well done. Who said that? Let me just see who said minaret. Great Galaxy. Yes, you are correct. So I can see the Muslim iconography here with the moon. So yes, this is a minaret. Very good. I'm very impressed. But my the other word I was looking for was a clock tower, and I think I can definitely see Gigachiga had it. A monarch, maybe it. I'm not sure now, but I mean, for me, a monarch is a king or a queen. Roses are red, violets are blue. You will ship me my phone, and I know that too. I wish I could ship everyone a phone. A clock tower, yes, it has a little clock here, so I would call it a clock tower. But we also have just discovered that it's a minaret, which is part of a mosque. Which beautiful word. To me, a minaret, I was thinking like a ballerina or something like that. So amazing, really, really good. So it's a clock tower, and we have a minaret, and yes, a tower, but more specifically a clock tower. See, Hima has it, Anish, a Monic tower, a clock tower. Tantak says hi, hello to you. I'm afraid I can't read that script. Great Galaxy looks so. Yes, exactly. You will buy me a phone, and I know that too. Seems like a bit of spam there. Thanks, Guru. Yes, exactly. Wow, my first time seeing this. Beautiful Kids cartoon said hi, hello to you. A clock tower, yes, Karat. It's Islamic something. Yeah, so it is a structure in a mosque. So yeah, it is a minor, it is a term used in English. It's a minaret. Wow, there we go. I learned something new today on the live. Okay, next up, I'm going to have a quick sip of tea, and I want you guys to tell me what would we call this in English? Let me know. What do you think? Hi, Mohammed Bahri. A tank. Yes, it is a type of tank, but we have a very particular term for it. Yeah, it's in a mosque. Good. Thanks for letting me know, Hima. So we have a water tower, water tank, water tanker, a water tank, a milk tank. Very good, very good. maybe in a farm or something, maybe you could have a structure like this. So I have a lot of a tanker. So I would call this a water tower, and generally it would be called a water tower. This specific part is a tank. Yeah. But the overall structure we would call a water tower. Okay. A tank for a water could be on top of the tower, or a tank could be on the back of a truck. And that's what a water tanker is. That's what I would call a water tanker, would be the truck with lots of water on it. So yeah. Elevator tower, it could have an elevator in it possibly if it was big enough. So yeah, water tower. A storage tank, yes, a water tower is a type of storage tank. Okay, but more specifically, it's a water tower. That's Warner Brothers. Yes, exactly. Amin. Very good reference there, cultural reference. A water tower is the symbol of Warner Brothers Studios. So perfect reference. Well done. You're correct. Thanks, Guru. No problem. Water storage tower tank. Yeah, just water tower. Water tower tells us everything we need to know. Next, please. Yes. Yes, Hima. No problem. Let's have a look. Let me just dive into. Let me just see. Okay. Next. What is this location called? So they're making something, they're producing something, they're making a product. What is this location called? What would you call it? Let me know in the chat. So Aminke Saputra is in with factory, factory. And we have bakery. It could possibly be a type of bakery. I'm not sure if that's plastic, but factory would be the term I would look for here. A factory industry. Yes, a factory would be an industrial type of building. Industry would happen in a factory. A factory or a bakery. I'm going to have a look and see if that is a bakery. That looks like tells to me. I don't think that's pastry. But we'll stick with factory, okay? Factory, a company would work in a factory. A company operates within a factory. So this is a factory. Yeah, cloth. I think that's cloth that they're working with. Some type of foam or, you know, blanket maybe. A cloth factory, yes. You can be specific, a car factory, a phone factory, a computer factory. But yeah, a factory enterprise. Yeah, enterprise is the word, ENTER, enterprise. So enterprise is kind of industry, work happening, money being made, capitalism, all that kind of thing. Sergio Gonzalez, peace and joy be with you always. I guess assembly line. Yeah, what do you think? That's a great guess. And yes, this would be called an assembly line. The location is a factory, and the production process is a assembly line. One person does one thing, then we have another and another and another. So an assembly line. Excellent, Sergio. Well done. Secondary industry. Yeah, these would be kind of terms we would use if we were talking like in economics, or in the news. I think it's tells. Yeah, I thought it was tells as well. I think it's tells. I think you're right, Chica Chica. It looks like dough because of the color. I think we're gonna have a debate. Let me just see if I can pull it up on my studio and just see exactly if I can figure out exactly what it is, and I will try and zoom in for you guys. Let me see. I think it's at the end. So it looks like mats. Let me just see if I can do a bigger one. Hang on. It looks like it's like toilet in the bathroom, that kind of material. I don't know if I can get it up now. No, 1 second. Um, one moment. Kind of just determined to show everyone. Okay. I don't know if this will be any way better. Yeah, it's like mats for. Let me just turn off this. Excuse me, everybody. Just for everyone's interest. If everyone can see that, that is definitely like towels or bath mats or something. So a factory, a towel factory maybe. So there we go. Thanks for your support, teacher. Might be the floor made packing department. Yeah, it kind of looks like a packing department. Natalia Privet, Natalia floor mat. Yes, like a floor mat for the bathroom. Classic factory, revering modern factory now using robot. Yeah, probably a lot of factories now use robots, don't they? Okay, so let's go back to our next one, okay? Here we go. This is a really nice one. What do we call this? What do we call this? I think I've made one of these in Minecraft. What would we call this? By the coast, by the sea. You'll always find them by the sea. A watchtower. It is a type of watchtower, but sometimes, they're done with robots now. A lighthouse. Yes, beautiful. A lighthouse. A mercutier. See, I had that other word earlier, and now I'm afraid. Mercutier. So mercutier is an Indonesian word for lighthouse. So if you're thinking lighthouse, yes. A tower. It's a type of tower, but to be specific, anyone would look at this and say lighthouse. Sorry, lighthouse. Lighthouse, a lighthouse. Yes, well done, everybody. It's Sarah in there with lighthouse. Siraj. and Hataba. I'm sorry, I can't say your name properly. Pharaoh. Do you know one in Pharaoh? So yes, a lighthouse, and it's all one word. It's not. We don't have to break it up. It is all one word. I will just type it into the chat now. Lighthouse. Yeah, lots of lighthouses in Ireland, where I'm from. Lots of them around. We're a small island country, so we have lots. We have lots of islands with them on. So yeah, lots. Giga Chick is very interested in what I'm doing today. Okay, something different. What's this building called? What do we call this building? You're all very eager to watch. Not very many people on today. Only 9. We don't have one in Nepal. Really? Of course, yeah. You're landlocked, as we would say. Firefighter house. Nope. Fire is correct. And we have Guru in with fire station. Yes. Fire brigade. Yeah, but we would always say station, and fire station. We have Suraj in with fire station as well. Yes, this is a fire station. Fire brigade station, maybe, but fire station. Yes, Guru. Well done. Yes, fire station. Perfect. Well done, everybody. Okay, let's do another one. What is this structure called? What would you call this structure? Let me know. So, this is a type of structure commonly seen in America. You would often see horror movies with this type of structure in them. A hut, a wrench, a cottage, a hut. Lots of incorrect answers, I'm afraid. I do see the correct answer there. Sai KTK has cabin. A cottage. This is a cabin, yes, and I see wooden house. Karat has wooden house there. So a cabin is a small type of wooden house, usually used for hunting, for vacations. Maybe a family might have one up in the forest. Very common in the United States of America. Yeah, a cabin, a wooden house, cozy house. Yes, a cabin probably is considered a nice cozy house. A hut. No, it's a bit more complex than a hut. So a wood cabin, a wooden cabin. If you were to be more specific, we would just say a wood cabin. Okay? A wood cabin. So yeah, well done, everybody. Let's keep going. So what is this called? And there's 2 answers really. The long version of the word and the short version of the word. So what is this location called? Sometimes used for medicine, for science, for technology. What would you call this location? A lab. Great Galaxy is in with lab. A laboratory. Yes, and we have yes. Oh, I see lots of correct answers coming in now. Sai KTK has laboratory, which is the full word, but lab is perfectly fine. Siraj is in with laboratory. Well done. Giga Chica says science laboratory, and yes, we could be more specific. You could have a technology lab, a science lab, a medical lab, biochemistry lab. Lots of different types. A laboratory bench. So this would be the exact bit of furniture, isn't it? The laboratory bench. Hakadamba, I'm sorry, I can't read your script. An invention center. So perhaps, yeah, maybe there is invention happening in a lab, but we would call it a lab or a laboratory. That's really the best thing. Mohammed Hosseini, hello to you. Welcome back. Glad to have you here. And we have Malak Marak, another regular back. Glad to have you here as well. A pharmacy. Maybe in a pharmacy, you might have something like this out the back. You could possibly have a lab. I worked in opticians for years, and we had a lab out the back there. So that's what we called it, like an optical laboratory. Um, Pharmacy. No, this is a laboratory, a lab or a laboratory. So yeah, well done. Jack Russell. Oh, that's my favorite dog type. Jack Russell, great name. And Mohammed Hassani Laboratory. Yes, well done, everybody. Excellent. And Malak Morocco is in as well. Excellent. Well done. Very clever people on today. Okay, next location. So, what would we call this structure? Pharmacy, you generally sell medicines. Yes, so, but that specific area was a lab. Okay, you could have a lab within a pharmacy. I had a lab inside my opticians. So we have stadium, yes. A donut, Marx is saying. Yeah, it does. You're making me hungry now. A donut would be quite nice with my cup of tea. Stadium, yes. Stadium. Guru, Great Galaxy, Asma. Hello, Asma. Life with Clinton, yes. Well done. Stadium, Malak Maroc. Stadium. Well done. Yes. There is another word we could use, maybe arena. Arena could be another word we could use here, but I would say stadium. A mall, perhaps a mall could be something shaped like this. And sometimes stadiums have malls within them, don't they? Hey, bro, like Manoj India. Hello to you, Manoj PM. Nice to have you back again. I was first the right answer. Well done. Arena, yes, Great Galaxy. Arena, you could possibly call this an arena as well. A dorm, it would be a very big dorm. A complex, yes. We could also call this a sports complex. A complex, when we say a complex, it is usually like a series of buildings or buildings for a specific purpose. So we could call this a complex, we could. But I believe arena is supposed to be where various sports are being played. Yeah, like arena stadium, you could have a sports stadium and have, athletics, football, rugby, lots of different things. And same with arena. I think for me, arena is more concert related, but you could definitely have a sports arena. We have the three, yeah, we have the Three Arena in Dublin, and that is a concert venue. So yeah, football arena, yes, exactly. Madison Square Gardens, yes, that would be a type of arena, more so an arena than a stadium. Stadiums are more open. To me, a stadium is just more sports. So yeah, well done, everybody. Lots of interesting answers there. So next location, somewhere very different. What would we call this location? What would we call this location? Giga Chiga, I'm ahead of you. What is this location called? I once was in one of these locations in Texas, an oil mill. So yes, that's what this machine is an oil mill, a refinery. Yes, excellent. I'll take that. Yes. But I drove through lots of these areas. An oil rig. Yeah, we could call this an oil rig as well. Oil pump as well. Though there are some cranes, I believe. Yes, but these are for oil refinery, oil pools. Yeah, they're probably digging it, pulling the oil out from the oil pools. There is another word though which we can use, and this is when we have lots of these in an area. And I'll tell you, about 20 years ago, I was in America, in the United States, on a bus, and we drove through Texas, and there was lots of these, and these were called oil fields. Oil fields. You can see it in the chat. I just popped it into the chat there. Oil fields. So yeah, Great Galaxy, you have oil well pump. Yeah, these are individually oil wells. These are known as pumps or drills. The area could be known, as a refinery. A refinery would be something where the oil is taken to. So the refinery could be beside, and that would have big tanks, like we discussed earlier. So yeah, and this location on the bus, the highway, we went through lots of oil fields. So that's what they're called. So probably lots of oil fields in the Middle East and I think in Alaska. And you might have some oil fields in Ireland. We have some oil fields off the coast. Extraction rig. Yes, exactly. This type of machinery would be known as extraction machinery, rig. Yeah, a bit of a tongue twister there. So yeah, well done, everybody. So something from my homeland. What is this called? What is this type of home called? Quite a tough one. Yeah, it was a tough one, Guru. It was. What is this type of home called? If you saw this in a movie or on a Christmas card or, in a, what would we call it? Oil fields. Yes, well done. A manor. Hmm. Yeah, we could call it a manor. Anyone can help me learning English in private. Not here, I'm afraid. We just do the chat here, live chat. A villa. It's not really a villa. I think I have a villa coming up. A mansion. I think a mansion would be quite big, a bit bigger. A thatched roof house. Very close, Mark. So, yes, it is technically a thatched roof house. This would be known as a, let me just type it in. Hashim Trad, no problem, Hashim. A masonry house. So kind, no problem. Okay, so I would call this a cottage. Oh, Sai KTK, I was just in before you on the chat. Correct, well done. A cottage, especially, and who do we have say thatched roof? Marks said thatched roof, and yes, very, top marks to you. This is a thatched roof. This roof is made of grass, a type of dried grass, and it has to be maintained. Takes a lot of work, okay? But this would be known as a cottage, a very small kind of country house, very old, and with this type of roof, it's a thatched cottage, is what we would call it, a mansion. A mansion in English is a very, very big. Think Hollywood. Think like Julia Roberts' house is a mansion, a huge, huge, big house. Does it have anything to do with cottage cheese? I don't think so. Nice house. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? I think this is from the UK. I don't think it's in Ireland, actually. Hi, sir. Hi, Sugata. Hello to you. It's your house teacher. No, no, I wish I had a house, Frank Earth. I wish. Okay, let's try our next image. So we're going back to science. What is this called? What is this called? So in Ireland, I think we maybe have about 20 of these around the country. Very specific instruments. If you look at this one goes around. Why would it go around? What does this measure? What do we call this? So maybe a few weeks ago in Ireland, we had a very hot day and we had one of these in a place and we would say, oh, this place recorded a temperature of 33 degrees. A wind. Okay, so yes, this is related. This measures the wind, the speed of the wind. There could be other sensors here. An anometer. Yes, maybe an anometer, but there's various different things here for checking the wind, checking the temperature, checking the humidity, checking the weather. Okay? So this is what we would call a weather station. I'm going to type it into the chat. Weather forecaster. No, it's a weather station. A weather forecaster is a person, or maybe now it's an AI. A weather forecaster will tell you what will happen. This is telling you what's happening now. It's recording the temperature, the humidity, the sunlight, the wind. It's recording all aspects of the precipitation. It's recording all aspects of the weather. So this is called a weather station in English. Okay. Most countries, I'm sure every country around the world has them, a couple of them all around, and they give readings about everything. Guru, nice one. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's really interesting because, we all know what these things are, but in English, they're called quite specific things. Marks, I saw actually, Marks, you were in with Weather Station. Well done. Great. Your country, Mexico, I feel so thankful. Great. A windy spider. That would be a great username, wouldn't it? Windy spider. Show another pic. No problem, Finnish guy. Let's move on. What's this called? What is this called? Now, we're going to stick with British English because this one's quite specific to the UK, Ireland, in Europe. I don't really see many of these in the United States or in other countries. What is this called commonly? So Sarah Swallam is in with Caravan. Mohammed Husseini is in with Caravan as well. Guru is in with Caravan. Well done. Here in WA, it's called a forecaster. It might be an Aussie slang. Maybe so. Maybe so. In Western Australia, Guru. Maybe so. So apologies if there's a regional difference. A caravan, Sai, KTK. And yes, you're all correct. This is called a caravan. A mobile caravan. Yes, that's being more specific. A caravan. Well done, Finnish guy. Happy Journey Van. This might be its nickname, All Might. Happy journey to many nice places in your caravan. So yeah, well done, everyone. That was a nice, easy one. Well done for getting it. Sometimes, in American English, they could call this a trailer or an RV, but there are other things which we would call them. Okay, what's this place called? I'm gonna have a sip of my tea. What do we call this place? We see the stars, we see galaxies, we see the moon, we see planets, interstellar phenomenon, black holes, the Andromeda galaxy, moons. Oh, Joseph Lop, I think you're coming in there with a different language. Marx, you're in with another one. An observatory. Well done. Correct answer. Well done to you. You're on fire today. So, Guru, a dome. Yes, this is a dome, isn't it? This is part of the structure. The overall building is an observatory. Not an easy one for me to say, observatory. But yes, up high in a mountain, we would have a telescope inside here. And this would be looking at the stars, at comets, meteors, all that kind of stuff. An observatory. So well done, Marx, for getting that right. Nuclear. We might have something nuclear coming up later. Caravan. Yes, you're correct. That was the previous one. An observatory. Karat. Well done. A lighthouse. Sugata, we had lighthouse already. No, this is more particular. This is a observatory. Probably looks like the sea behind, but this is the sky. It's just up so high. For boats, no, this is for the stars. The stars. Interstellar space, stars, planets, with a big telescope inside here. It's the place that's using telescopes. Perfect, All Might. Perfect. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, an observatory where we observe the stars. Let's move on. Okay, what's this structure called? What do we call this structure? Thanks, Mohammed. What is this structure called? All Might is in with the greenhouse. Looks like my head. Yeah, it probably does. Kind of similar shape, a dome, a bald dome as well. Thank you for your observation. What is it called? Well, let's have a look. A glass house. That I'm going to accept glass house as well. This is probably an older term. We had greenhouse, which is also correct. It could be called a planetarium. Planetarium is something more specific, is more like a museum where you go and it's projected onto the ceiling. So not really a planetarium, unless it had like that kind of, structure inside. A greenhouse, Guru is in a greenhouse. A garden, yes, Sugata. So this is in a garden. It's a greenhouse, or a glass house, as we had earlier. But glass house is quite an older term. This is a greenhouse, and it's in the garden. A glass room. Malak, I would say a glass house, but more modern, a greenhouse. We grow plants, we grow our tomatoes, all of that kind of thing. A plant house, close, but greenhouse. A glass house, yes. Greenhouse, yes. Well done, Ruth. Greenhouse. Well done, everybody. The place where you go and sing while watering your plants. Oh my, that's a very lovely picture. Well done. Greenhouse effect. Very good, Aaron. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Yo, bro. What's up? So, a greenhouse effect, yes. The greenhouse effect is there are the situation where the planet is heating up, isn't it? And we call this the greenhouse effect. And it's because, like the planet, this structure takes the sunlight in and catches it. It doesn't really let it out again, heat. So yes, it's the same type of thing. Well done. Jer, when will be on live again? I'll be on tomorrow around 4, probably a little bit early. I have a busy weekend. Fisher Custom Mates, Jan, how are you? Welcome back. Good to have you here. Doing some new visuals for the quiz. So yes, we have greenhouse. This is a greenhouse, or older kind of way, a glass house. Okay, I have to go now. Thanks for joining, Mohammed. Thanks for having you here. Thanks, Jan. Nice to have you here. Jan is Fisher Custom Baits. Great to have you here. See you tomorrow. Great. See you tomorrow, Mohammed. Probably 4, a little bit earlier, maybe. Okay. Maybe I have a busy weekend ahead. I have stuff to do tomorrow evening. So let's move on to our next image. And I want you to tell me what this location is. Thanks, Mohammed. Bye bye. Have a good evening. So we have some wine here, but what is this location here called? Bye. Ooh, is it just English you teach? Yes, Ruth, it's English here. We're doing English vocabulary, places, structures, all that kind of stuff today. How's the charging today? Charging is good. I charged the phone before. We have lots of energy, and I have a new gimbal. I couldn't get it working, but I do have a new microphone. So hope all the thing as well. So Ruth, you're in with Guru is in with Vineyard. Check your spelling there. Vineyard. Ruth Vineyard. Yes, it's all one word. Oh, well done for the correction, Guru. Mark's in with Vineyard. Great Galaxy Vineyard. A tube. A tube. No, a vineyard. A vineyard. You'd look at it and want to almost say vineyard, but it's vineyard. Vineyard. Heaven. Well done, Jan. Yes, to some people, this would be heaven. Maybe to others, it might be hell. But yeah, beautiful, romantic. You think of running through these in Italy and all those beautiful things. So yeah, very romantic kind of place, isn't it? One kind of heaven, Sugata. Yes, I think you're in agreement there with Jan. So let's move on and do our next location or place or structure. Let's see what's coming up next. Okay, this is an interesting one. I'm interested to know what you would call this. There's 2 words I would accept. What do you call this in English? So is vine called vine or vin or vine? So in this way, it's vineyard. The plant is called a vine, and then vin is what it is in Italian, I think, or French. So vineyard for the place. The plant structure is called a vine. Okay. So a vineyard could be a type of farm, yeah. Carrier, not a carrier. A sort of mine, all might. Yes, all might. I'm going to accept that. Mine was one of the words I was looking for. There's also another word I want. Pronunciation, vineyard. Yes, Great Galaxy. Perfect. Guru is saying, just deviating from the class, came over here in Western Australia. I said, can visit lots of places. Oh yeah, I'd love to visit. I really want to go on a trip of the world with Learning English Pro. So Marx is in with the word I'm looking for is so is Guru. A quarry. Yes, a quarry. Point of interest. Lots of my uncles, my grandfather worked in quarries, and all my uncles worked with stone and making fireplaces and headstones and gravestones. So this is kind of in my blood, this kind of thing. Mine, coal mining. Yes, exactly. Or a quarry. So, yes, well done, everybody. Great that you got that right. Well done. Let's move on to our next structure. This is a structure. What would we call this? Maybe a shaft. A shaft would be maybe a smaller tunnel down. Shaft is usually straight down. Coal mining, cave, site, dig. Yes, a quarry site, a dig site. Well done. So this is a hut sugata, but it's a type. It's a very, child friendly. It reminds me of The Simpsons. If anyone watches The Simpsons, we're getting a new movie soon. I haven't watched The Simpsons in a long time, but yes, we have Aaron in with Treehouse. Ruth is in with Treehouse. A mineral cave. So a cave is really, think of a cave. This is more of an excavation. A mine could be in a cave, or a cave could maybe be created from the mine, but that was a quarry or a mine. A hunch? I'm not sure what you mean there by hunch. Aaron, a childhood dream. Yes, for me too, a childhood dream. But our trees were never big enough. Yes, a tree house. The Simpsons usually have Halloween episode. I think the Treehouse of Horrors or something like that. But yeah, very American. Um, in Ireland, I think you can buy them pre-made and they're kind of just tall. I think they're not really in a tree or anything. Minecraft, yes, my favorite game, Minecraft. Thank you, Miami Retro. Treehouse, correct, Madeline. Yes, exactly, a treehouse. A monkey hut. If monkeys lived there, maybe it could be. I always thought a mine is typical in a cave. Well, a mine would be like a man-made cave, really. A cave is more of a natural phenomenon. A mine is dug out, isn't it? So you could have a mine within a cave, but a mine is more of a man-made structure, rather than a natural cave. Um, Tree barn, not sure. Treehouse, KTK, treehouse, yes. Hunch isn't something when we say, I've got a hunch about it, will not be good. Yes, a hunch, yeah, suspicion. You could have a hunch maybe that your friends are gonna throw you a surprise birthday party. Maybe it could be a good. I have a hunch. I might get a raise next week. But sometimes it's about a suspicion, but not necessarily bad. Apologies at Aaron. Okay, something going on. I'm not sure. Okay, let's move on to our next image. Let me know if you had a treehouse in the chat, and let me know if that was like the perfect childhood. So, a word that we had earlier, what's this called? So, we have, I'm going to take a few different guesses here, the individual thing, and then the kind of the place. What's going on here? I've become Australian, maybe so. So yes, we have Aaron in with wind turbine. All Might is in with wind turbine. Wind turbine. A windmill. Yes, technically it is a windmill. A windmill to me is the older one we had earlier, but this would be a wind turbine. You could technically call it a windmill. It is milling electricity. But yeah, power turbine. Yes, more specifically though, a wind turbine. A windmill. Yes, it has a battery in it. Yes, and it's being charged by the wind. Can anyone tell me what the area is called when we have lots of wind turbines in one area? What do we call that? A big fan. Are you a big fan of me? I hope so. Um, good joke. I like that one. What would we call a big group of these? Could anyone know? Windy power. So wind power. No idea, Guru. Offshore wind turbine plant. Marks, that's very, very. I'm looking for something a little simpler. Offshore. It is offshore. That means when something is in the sea. A wind turbine plant. Yes, technically, yes. Wind turbine area. Yeah. Okay. How about. Oh, I don't know what's had to happen. One moment. Let me just go back. So the answer is, it's in the chat now, a wind farm. So Mark said there, offshore wind turbine plant. And that's very exact and specific kind of engineering type language. We can simply say a wind farm. A wind park? No, wind park doesn't to bring anything in my mind. Um, Around what that could be. So this is what we call a wind farm. It's farming electricity from the wind, like a bee farm, exactly. When we have a lot of bees in one place, exactly. Or a normal farm when we have lots of crops in one place or lots of animals. We are farming food. We are farming dairy. We are farming here the wind. Yeah. So well done, everybody. That's a good one. Wind farm. Did not know. Thanks. Yeah, there we go. Glad to help you learn, definitely. So, next image. What is this called? What is this called? So, what do we have here? We have a big ship, a big boat, big ship, really, I would call this. A boat's usually a smaller thing. So, That's my first word. I'm going to give you ship. What is the second part of this word? An oil rig, a wind farm. Wind farm, yes. A dockyard. I'll accept a dockyard. You're very close to the word I want, though. A dockyard. Take off one part of that. A port. Yeah, this could be connected to the port, but this is a very specific area where they build a ship or they repair a ship. Maybe they take it in for, to paint the ship. A dock, it's a type of dock. Yes, it's a type of dock. Um, a boathouse. Harbor. It could be located in a harbor, a tanker. Yes, you're right about the type of ship it is. It's a type of tanker. This is called, you were very, very close earlier, dry dock. I will accept dry dock. I will accept dry dock. Frigilite. Well done, yes. I will accept dry dock, but there is another term which tells us instantly what it is very easily. A shipyard. A shipyard. So earlier we had a dockyard from Great Galaxy. Dockyard, no. It's a dry dock, but it's also a shipyard. Shipyard. A repair dock, yes, but you would need to be specific. A repair dock for ships, you know? Thanks, Ruth. Shipyard. Oh, ship was in there. I didn't see you there, Ruth. Sorry. So many chat popping in. And yes, again, it's just one word. Shipyard. Cascom. Yes, ship word. I know that word, but can't remember when we needed exact word. That's okay. That's okay, Aaron. That's what happens. I'm putting you on the spot. It's a quiz. It's not supposed to be too easy, I hope. So, yeah, we had shipyard. Here's a bit of an easier one. What would we call these types of buildings? Famous song, I think, from Demi Lovato. What type of building is this type of building? A duckyard. A yard filled with ducks. So Ruth is in with skyscraper, tower. Yeah, it is a type of tower, but it's very, very tall. And tower usually means something a little bit slimmer. We have skyscraper, yes. Great Galaxy is saying skyline. So skyscrapers are part of the skyline. A skyline is a view. Skyscrapers, yes. All Might skyscraper, yes. A skipper. I don't know if that's a regional term. I didn't hear it. A dry dock, very good. The Burj Khalifa. I think the Burj Khalifa might be a bit bigger than that. Yeah. So yes, skyscraper. Well done, everybody. Skyscraper. Karat is in with skyscraper. Well done. So yes, we have skyscraper. Quite a nice one. And how about another nice one? Well, I think they're easy, but what's this called? What do we call this? Is part of a river. What's it called? A dock. Yeah, a dry dock or a shipyard. Isn't the Burj Khalifa? Yes, the Burj Khalifa is a skyscraper. Probably the biggest, is it? Or the second biggest? I'm not sure. So, a fall wearer, you're almost right, White Rules. Marx is in with waterfall. Waterfall. Ruth, Aaron, yes. Frigilite, yes. Great Galaxy, yes. All Might, yes. White Rules, you corrected there. Well done. Glad to see that. Waterfall. And Guru is in with waterfall. Yes, correct. Well done. Waterfall. All one word. Great. Part of a river course. Let's move on. So, someone said this word earlier. So I'll accept a few different words for this. This could possibly have a few different words. Waterfall, well done. Nuclear power plant, yes. Well done. A kiln. Wow, that's very technical, Great Galaxy. So this would be a very, very, very big kiln. Very technical word there. Nuclear power plant, Marks, well done. A waterfall from before, well done, Karat. A kiln, yeah, that's yeah, this would be a massive, massive, massive kiln. Kiln is something we associate more with pottery. When you make something like this and you have to put it in, that's really more of a kiln. Sustainable energy, yes. So we have sustainable energy here in the front with the solar panels. Well done, Marks. In Brazil, it's on the country Cueda do Agua. Oh, I see. I see. So the fall before the water. I see that. Well done, White Rose. That's great. note to know. A power plant, yes, well done. Power plant from Ruth as well. Solar system, well, I think you mean solar panels. These are solar system is with all the planets in the sky, in space. So we have solar panels. Radioactive place, yes, this could potentially be a nuclear power plant, and we would have radioactivity there. Aaron, well done. Why it's called sustainable. Sustainable because it is totally reliable. It sustains itself. It's not going to run out. If something is sustainable, it's constantly coming in. So every day the sun will shine. Okay. With fuels like oil and coal, they have an end life. There's only a limited supply of them in the world, to our knowledge. So Karat is in. Have a great many thanks, Guru. No problem. You're very welcome, Great Galaxy. Power station, yes, Karat. Well done. Could they be chimneys? Yes, well done. Steam, really. This is steam. It's not really smoke. So yes, these are chimneys. These are another word for these chimneys. Massive, massive chimneys. UK, that waterfall could be cascade if it's small. Yes, any kind of water falling, Aaron, is a cascade of water. So, from the my tap in my bathroom, the water was cascading out of it. There was a cascade of water from my tap, or I had a leak and I had a cascade of water fall into my living room. So yeah, a chimney. Yes, this is a part of the power plant. A steam chimney, I think we could call it. Pinky Minge, welcome back. Welcome back, Pinky Minge. Great name. I love it. Isn't chimney used on the rooftop of a house? Yes. So this structure, whether it's big or small, it can be called a chimney. It's where a structure that's giving off this smoke or steam, and we have the same structure at the top of the house on the little, much smaller version. If it releases steam, how does it still cause climate change? So this one doesn't cause. If it's steam, it's not causing climate change. With nuclear power is not really seen as affecting climate change. Nuclear power is just thought of as dangerous because we had Chernobyl and other accidents with those. But in this way, if it's solar powered and nuclear powered, it's not really affecting the climate. But if it's fossil fuels like oil, coal, gas, they are affecting the environment. Rudius, I need you. I'm here, Rudius. Marx, isn't sustainable more like this? Is has no negative effect to nature? Yeah, so something like this, solar panels, there's no negative effect. I think, maybe in the production, maybe a factory. Yeah, this looks like a little bit like a factory, doesn't it, Sugata? Is water vapor, White Rose. Yes, I would imagine this is water vapor. Green energy. Yes, exactly. Definitely with the solar panels here, it's green energy. Wow. Loads and loads of vocabulary there, don't we? So, this is a type of house, it's a type of home. I'll accept one or two different answers for this one. So, let me know what you think in the chat. I'm going to have a little sip of my tea. It's getting cold. Rudius, that is exactly what I wanted. All Might Villa. Well done. And White Rose, that was my other one I wanted. So I was looking for two words. Villa. This is a very stereotypical villa. When I Googled villa earlier, this is what came up. A villa. Villa, yes, but I will accept a mansion as well, definitely, because it's a big house. It's like something you'd see in Los Angeles. Maybe someone like Barbara Streisand or Celine Dion lives in one of these. So a villa, because it looks quite Mediterranean. The whitewash on the walls, the tiles, the look of it, the arches. This is everything we would call like a villa, like a Mediterranean home you could maybe see in the south of France, definitely in Italy, maybe in Greece, on the islands in the Mediterranean. Yeah, a villa. So we have your village there, Karat. I think you meant villa. I eat vanilla at my villa. Aaron, I think you're a poet. A mansion or a villa. Exactly, Great Galaxy. And yes, Marx, it's a type of home. People, very lucky people live here with their swimming pool. A manor. A manor is more of a British term, a country manor. Think of those big, think Downton Abbey. That is a manor, a big, big stately home. What means villa in essence? So I think villa is just Italian or Spanish for house, as far as I know. A duplex. This could possibly be a duplex. Duplex is usually like a house that's spread over two levels, or maybe one house above and a two-story house. There's a few different things with duplex. It could be a duplex, but I would go if it was just one family or one person living here or a couple, it would be a villa. Next, please. No problem. No problem. I don't know how many more we have. Oh, we have about six or seven left. I don't know what happened there. I'm back. I'm back. Make sure everyone can see me. Hello, hello, hello. My app totally died. I don't know what happened. Jump into the chat and let me know that I'm back. I'm back. Hello, hello. Am I back? Mansion visible. Thank you. My app just completely crashed. I don't know what happened. I'm so sorry, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Ruth, thank you. You can see me. Your live has stopped. No, I'm back. I'm here. I'm here. The app just shut down. I was like, ah. So thank you so much. Welcome back. And everyone's gone. So I hope everyone come back. I can see the numbers jumping back up. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on to our next one. That was really good. Let me just see where we're going. Okay, different type of house altogether. What do we call this in English? I'm pretty sure this word is the native indigenous word from the Inuit people. And we have igloo, 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 igloo. Yes, of course, of course. An igloo. Everyone's saying igloo. I think I've seen some other spellings of it, but I'm not going to check them. But igloo, igloo, igloo. Yes, well done. An ice house. Yes, a house that is made of ice. But it's supposed to be very warm inside, and they have fires inside. So, has anyone ever been in an igloo? Let me know. Have you ever been to Siberia or I don't know where they have ice, in the Antarctic or Arctic or wherever. Igloo where penguin, oh, no, people, families live in these, probably more of a traditional thing. A hut, yes, a type of hut, a snow hut. It's not ice, it's snow. Okay. Eskimos built this. Yes, I think the term Eskimo are one tribe. I think the correct term is Inuit, Inuit people, Eskimos. Yeah, not necessarily Eskimos. Eskimos are one tribe. The people are known as Inuit, Inuit, Inuit people. I have seen and feel that in the Himalayas side. Wow, so maybe in the Himalayas we have these too. But yeah, very good. Next up, what is this location? Where am I? What is this location called? I had to go here. I had to go to, what's it called? What are we calling this place? One word, tribunal. Could be called a tribunal. Could be a court. Fregulite is in the court. All Might is in the court. So a tribunal, this definitely could be called a tribunal. The location could be called, but a tribunal is usually an investigation that is kind of limited in time. Tribunal usually lasts maybe 4 or 5 years. So unless it was a very big tribunal and they had a purpose location, we would generally call this a court. Court. Judiciary. So judiciary is kind of a word we would use to describe the processes, the staff, the judiciary staff. But the room itself is called the court or the courtroom. And we have CJ Moore in with courtroom as well. Court. Yes. Courthouse. The building would be called a courthouse. But just generally, we can just call it a court. I'm going to court today. I'm in trouble. I have to go to court. Court. Sorry, we don't have any igloo in the Himalaya. I'm from Nepal. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. What we call that place when we ask questions to someone by calling them in front of the court. So you would be a witness and you get up on the stand. So this area here, where this guy He's a witness. This is the lawyer. And this is the stand. You take the stand. That's what we say. So a witness will take the stand and answer questions from the lawyers or the prosecutor or the defense attorney. So this is the stand. This is the witness, the stand. This is the court officer, and I think this is called a stenographer. This is a stenography, is what we call this. And this could possibly be someone in the audience or in the jury. So yeah, in Brazil, court is tribunal too. Don't have court, only tribunal. So yeah, you okay? So that's just a cultural difference we have. You call it tribunal. Well done. Okay, well done, everybody. Lots of great answers there. A tribune. Okay, I see. I see. Next up, this is a tricky one. First up, you have to kind of think, what is this? And then I want the correct answer. And there might be a few variations, like power plant we had earlier. We had lots and lots of words there. But what is this? What's happening? What's in these big tanks? And what's going on? Quartz, you got the yes. A depot. Hmm. What type of depot? What's happening here? A playground. Hmm. Maybe you might have to look a little bit closer. Anyone have any idea? Type of factory? There's definitely something happening here. And wipe rules, yes, they're cleaning water. Cleaning water is happening here. A fish farm, no. We're cleaning water. Guru Love Alekar, you are in with the correct process, which is water sanitation. So this is what's happening? So when we flush our toilets or we have our shower or our bath, our water needs to get cleaned, okay? And it goes to this place. This is a water sanitation plant, okay? Water sanitation, where water is cleaned and then sent back into the grid, back into the system, so you can have your cup of tea. So this is part of the waterworks in a country where we clean the water. Okay, these are tanks and they use different processes. Maybe they add some chemicals, and this is called a water sanitation plant. Sanitizer place, yes. So to be precise, a water sanitation plant. Water sanitation plant. So Ruth has depot. Someone said depot earlier. CJ Moore said depot earlier. So the best way we could probably describe that with the word depot would be like a water depot. But generally, depot is related to vehicles. We would have a bus depot, maybe a train depot, a car depot. A depot generally is related to vehicles, where they're stored, where they're maintained. In my local bus depot, they wash the buses every morning. Okay, or they store the buses there at nighttime in the depot. Okay. You might hear of Home Depot in America. I think that's like a hardware store. Is the same to clean sewage? Yes, of course. Or just to no, it's to clean the poop and the pee and all the crap out of the water. So all the all the bad stuff, they clean the water and then the water goes back into nature or goes back into the water system and is consumed again and repeats the cycle. So food processing factory. Yes, that is a great another great term for it. I didn't want to say poo, or I think I said crap, but yes, this is where they clean the crap from the water. By the way, in Indian Himalayas part we have igloo. Could be Nepal doesn't have. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've never seen anywhere in Nepal have an igloo, but I'll just have to take someone's word for it. Do you call the train metro, tube, or underground? So in Ireland, we don't have an underground yet. It was just announced a little while ago. So we're getting a metro. We'll be calling it the metro. In London, it's the underground or the tube. And then in New York, it's like the subway. You hairy bushy man. Thank you, dear Tangnan. Thank you. With wooden glass. No, these are Oh, battery's going low now. These are kind of crystal glasses. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, Ruth. Sorry for being talking about stuff. Oh, someone's being very naughty. I'm not gonna even talk about what was it just said. You're making me blush. Dear tag nan. Oh my god. India may have an igloo and Nepal have some 850 Himalayan range and you have none. Cheers. Okay. Subway maybe. Yes, subway is another term. Next, please. How we say when you treat water. Sanitation. Savage or water treatment. You saw an igloo and an old penguin. Yes, exactly. Um, I'm just gonna keep going on. Sorry, someone's been very naughty. Okay, I'm here to focus. So I'm just gonna keep focusing on something else. Okay. Next up, this is a nice, easy one. AJ, come down and listen to his explanations. Um, great galaxy, great TC it does. Okay, let's focus. What is this place? So I'll take a few words for this. In Ireland, we'd call it something. In America, they call it something a little bit different. So Marxism with cinema, yes. A theatre, yes, it is a theatre. Come on, have a laugh. You know it's true, sweetheart. Thank you, Jared Khan. Theatre, yes. A cinema, yes. A theatre, yes. More specifically, though, a theatre could be for dramas or plays or musicals. So in America, they would say theatre, but they'd say another word with it. In my country, in Ireland, we'd say cinema. UK would say cinema as well. Cineplex, yes. I think Cineplex is a brand, is it? A theatre, a movie theatre. Thank you, Sarah. A movie theatre. Yes, exactly. Cinema is the same in Brazil. Good to know. Okay. Cinema, film hall. Film hall, probably a much smaller thing in like a local, a community maybe, with maybe a bit more of an older term, film hall. Cinema, yes, Ruth. Hey, are you? Hey, how are you? Is country car? So I'm in Ireland. Here's my Irish flag. Karate movie theater. Yes, exactly. Americans call it a movie theater. Movie house. That might be an older term. Okay. Um. Okay. So, opera house. No, this would be for a movie theater or a cinema. Talkies as well. Yes, the talkies is really old. So when we had silent film and we moved into um film with words and talking, they were called talkies. So great reference, Great Galaxy. That's really interesting. A cinema, a theater. So we wouldn't really call it a cinema theater. We just say cinema, or we call it, I'm going to the movies, I'm going to the movie theater. But movie theater is definitely more of an American term. In India, it's multiplex. Yes, this plex is usually kind of associated with cinemas, isn't it? Cineplex, multiplex. So the plex part kind of is a modern kind of add-on, isn't it? That tells us that it's cinema. Shamir Ahmed, thank you so much. Um, okay, sorry, I'm gonna have to show all them. Okay, let's move on to our next one. What is this? Carnival? No, not really. Movie theater, cinema. Flicks, movies. Yes, Sarah. I'm going to the flicks. Not really a term we'd use that much now. Flicks, not really. Netflix, you would have. A garden. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Just had to put someone in on a block there. Just getting too distracting. Tent, camp. Yes, a tent. A camper. A camper would be more of a vehicle that we would use to camp. This would be a tent. So yeah, a tent, camping. Camping is the activity. Yes, camping. A camping tent. Yes, we could be more specific and say a camping tent. Karat a tent. Yes, camp. So the area that the tent would be in would be called camp. You know, I set up my tent in the camp, the camping area, the camp. Camping tent, yes, to be specific, but we can just say tent. A camper, a tent. Camper to me is a camper van, or something like a caravan. A camper is more like an RV, maybe. A tent is this specific structure. I was thinking you had the Indian flag up earlier. I didn't realize you're Irish. I thought you were American. No, Irish. Yeah, the Irish, excuse me, the Irish flag is really similar to the Indian one, but no, I am Irish. I'm here in Dublin, in Ireland at the moment. Uh, Maybe a 6-7. Not sure what you mean there, Danny Canals. Sarah Swalim, when someone misbehaves, can we use act up or act out? What's act up? I don't know. I don't know what act up or act out is. Can you tell me what that is? Camper? No, I'd say just a tent. This is quite a simple tent. Camper is I'm pretty sure is like if you might have something that is attached to the back of a car and then maybe it opens up, that would be a camper. A camper is a vehicle, to me anyway. So yeah. Yeah. Let me know what act up or act out is. I'm intrigued just because I was getting lots of inappropriate messages and it was funny at the start, but it just got too much. So yeah. Okay, let's move on and try something else. So this is a type of tower, and it has a very particular function. So what would we call this type of tower? Where would you see it? Where would you see this type of tower? A lighthouse? Nope, it's not a lighthouse. Similar function to a lighthouse. And Great Galaxy is in with air traffic control, or we have aircraft command center, aeroplane dome, aviation tower, ATC. ATC is very good. Yeah, I like that. Something like that. I might have misspelled it. Okay, so aircraft control. Yeah. Aircraft command center. Yes, I'll accept that. ATC tower, aircraft control tower. Yeah, ATC, aircraft control, aircraft controller, control room. Yes, these are all very valid. Shamir has the airport, so this would be a place in the airport, a specific place in the airport. When referring to my expertise, which is right to use between ideal on and ideal in? Ideal in or ideal with? I deal in. So if you deal in something, you are trading something. So I deal in carpets. I sell carpets, I buy carpets. If you deal with something, I deal with customer service, I deal with complaints, I deal with emails. Okay, so just be careful what you're using there. Act up, phrasal verb, to behave badly or cause trouble. Oh yeah, I thought you meant sorry, Sarah. I thought there was like a thing that we could do, all together, act up and act out. But I just block people if they're assholes, honestly. I just goodbye. I can't be dealing. A lighthouse. No, this is air traffic control. Air traffic control. Sorry, I was scratching my leg. Air traffic control. ATC for technical. ATC tower. Air traffic control. Ideal with would be perfect, I think. You would like to do this, Aaron? Work there? Flight Planner Center. Mm, we have better words. Air traffic control is really what would let everyone know. Flight Planner Center, I mean, that could be a small airport or something like a training airport or something. So, yes, we'd say ATC Tower if you're in the industry or air traffic control. Okay, well done. We've done so many. We've done over 30 places today. And this is the last one. These are a curse if you're a driver. A lot of them are automatic now, electronic. So this is on a big road. You would stop, you would pay some money. And yeah, a toll gate. Very good. National highway. So these would be on a national highway. Well done, AJ. Aaron, a toll plaza. Well done. A toll, yes. Highway toll. Toll booths, yes. Well done. Toll, toll plaza, toll gate. Yes, these are all perfect. So toll plaza is the entire area. Okay, we could also just call it the toll. I had to pass through the toll on my way to Dublin, or I had to pass through the toll plaza. Each individual one, where the person sits or there's a machine, is the toll booth. Okay. And then we have the gate, the toll gate. But some people might just call this whole thing a toll gate, you know? But well done, everybody. Or a highway toll. Great Galaxy was in with highway toll. Yes, exactly. By the way, plaza is a Spanish word. Yes, plaza, Spanish word. Excellent. I never know the name of this. There you go, white rules. We have lots. So, we could just say the toll. I went through the toll. I was driving to London and I had to pass through three tolls. A checkpoint. A checkpoint is more of a police stop. That's what a checkpoint would be to me. A police checkpoint. In Ireland, the police are called the Gardaí, so we'd call it a Garda checkpoint. A toll gate. Yes, Ruth, a toll gate. Check post? No, not really. A check post would be maybe something you'd have on a race or something, not really related to this. So a toll plaza is the place, toll gate, toll booth. Can you name that device which scans that ID and detects toll price? Oh, so we would have that in the car, wouldn't we? Um, God, I had one. I would think we just call it like a toll pass. It beeps when you go through. Like, we have it now. We don't have this in Ireland. We in Dublin we have our highway is called the M50, and we used to have one of these, and now it's just electronic. And you can have I think it's a pass, maybe an electronic pass, maybe for another word. In Portuguese, it's Piaggio is different word. Yes, very different word. A toll plaza. Yes, correct, Latan. This whole thing is called a toll plaza. What is the major purpose of toll plazas? So to collect money. So in my country, they built a huge big bridge over a deep valley, and a company built part of this road, this bridge. So to get their money back and to make some profit, they had ownership of the bridge for 30 years, and they had 30 years to charge the toll. Then, after the 30 years, the government take over and they make the money. So, yeah, electronic tag. Yes, very good, White Bros. That's perfect. So, yes, the electronic piece of equipment that you put in your windscreen is called an electronic tag. To collect road tax from people, yes, unfortunately. In India, we use RFID, radio frequency identification device. Yes, we have something like that here, and we also have they have cameras that read your license plate, and then you go into the shop or you go in line online later, and you can pay the charge. A row of toll booths on a toll road. Perfect, Shimar. That's perfect. How often do you come live here on YouTube? Nearly every day, 6 days a week. I usually will let you know what day off I'm taking. I'm taking Saturday off this week. I'll be here tomorrow, 4 p.m. So make sure to subscribe, put on notifications for the channel, and check out my student membership. You can join that. It's $4.99 a month. And you get PDFs for every new lesson. I do professional English, medical English, business English, lots of different science subjects, and you get lots of stuff. Aaron, they make them from people tax, and if people want to use them, they have to pay the tax again. Yeah, exactly. Like the company that owned the bridge, they got their money, the contract finished, everyone thought the toll would finish, and the government just left it there. So we're still paying for something that we've already paid for. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So that is the end of our quiz. I'll go back to my standard back screen thing now. How many languages do you speak? I really only speak English, to be honest. I have a little bit of my own native language of Irish. I speak a little bit of Italian, not very well. I can survive in Italy. I can order food and communicate generally if I need something, but I wouldn't say I'm very proficient in it. I'm really just a one language person. I would love to learn Italian more, though. I love Italy. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Marks. You answered loads of questions right. So well done to you. Dutch. So Zayden Bryce, you speak Dutch, or you want to speak Dutch? That's a clover. It better have a 4 leaf. No, that's the Irish 3 leaf shamrock, related to Ireland. 4 leaf clover. Well, I think that's more of an American good luck thing, in Ireland. You know, the shamrock, the 3 leaf shamrock is pretty iconic in Ireland. Dutch Vanderline. Oh, I see. See. So yeah, a busy day all around. I was in work earlier and filming and tidying, and I have lots to do. I have a video to publish tomorrow for the channel. My friend is coming over from London tomorrow, so I'm meeting him for dinner tomorrow. Then Saturday I'm doing lots of tourist stuff, so I'll try and get some video around Dublin and share with you guys. Um, Guru, All Might is saying thank you. I had such a good time. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it too. Guru, it's all for a day, Jer. It feels nice to join here. It's already at midnight here in West Australia. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It is 5:35 here, 25 minutes to 6 in the evening. So yeah, you're all the way around the world and we're all talking. It is amazing. What was that guy again who live at the end of the rainbow? So we had a leprechaun yesterday. Sometimes Americans mispronounce it as leprechaun. 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 White Rules. Thank you for the job. Helps a lot. I'm glad. Make sure to join. Always jump on and join and have a go with the quiz. It's always good. So Guru, it's 12:35 a.m. there. Yeah, so you're about 7 hours ahead. Yeah. Chat one. Yeah, Aaron. So yeah, AJ, to be honest, your YouTube channel is the only channel which I consider giving time to indeed worthy. Thanks for interaction. Oh, that's such high praise, AJ. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I really enjoy having you here. Thank you so much. It's the same time here. We share the same time zone with the UK. Oh, interesting. Interesting, Ruth. And Aaron's letting us know it's 10:36 there. 1:36 where White Rules is. White 1:36 p.m. So yeah, we're all over the world. How many of us are? 19 people and myself. So 20 of us watching all over the world. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of the image stuff. Not very many people on today. Of course, we had good quality people on, of course. But the last few days, I was getting like 40, 50 people. And today was a little bit less. But maybe that's just the day that's in it. It's cool. Great. I'm glad you like the image. Yeah, I really like the images. I prepared them kind of like an hour before the chat, and then I had to help my mother with doing something, and then I just made my tea and jumped up. So yeah, it kind of worked out. It's kind of nice, and not so many people are asking me where I'm from now. If you were with me before, you might have seen every third person was asking me where I'm from. So I think it's pretty obvious now, no? And my name. So yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna keep using these. There are new functions coming for chat. Gaming. I'll be able to do some gaming soon, and there's lots of new features. YouTube are really ahead of adding new features all the time. So I actually see this. What does this do? Oh, lighting on. Oh, look, that's so much better. Now I can. Oh, maybe I'm a little bit. I'm at that age now where I'm not really engaged with technology. There and just looking at how it looks. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? Because I was a little bit dark. That's a bit off, and that's it on. Oh, that's so much better. See? Crazy. Crazy. Hello, 123Z. I saw this leaf in play cards. Yeah, so this is a shamrock, kind of a symbol of Ireland, symbol of kind of the Christianity, but it's just kind of, it's very synonymous with Ireland. How old are you then? So I'm 43. 43. Maybe with all these light filters on, I maybe look a bit younger, but I'm 43. I'm drastically, exorbitantly flabbergasted by looking how good you are at teaching, bro. Oh, thank you so much. That is a lot of very lovely language you're using there. It's like the effect of fake whitening cream ad. Yeah, does it whiten my teeth? Because I could really do with that. I have to start going to the dentist in the next few weeks. Not that I mind, it's just very, very expensive. But I really need to go, like, really badly. It's been a while. So, tired now. It's like the effect of fake whitening cream ad. 43 is quite young. I like to think so. I like to think so. Um, the fake whitening cream ad. Oh, I see. Talking. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, well, what time are we at? Am I on? I'm on over an hour. I think every live is getting longer and longer. So yeah, I'm gonna have dinner soon. I'm gonna have leftover chili con carne, and I'm quite tired. I've had a busy few days, but a successful few days in work. Really good, really happy with how things are going with my business. And yeah, life is great. My friend is coming over. My very good friend is coming over from London tomorrow. And I have a full day planned on Saturday all around Dublin. And I'm really looking forward to that and seeing him. He's a really good friend. What is Jer? I'm Jer. That is my name. That is my name. I had oyster for dinner. Wow, you're very fancy. Oyster. That sounds. I've never had oyster. Um, it kind of looks a bit slimy, but I will try it. Okay, yeah, that's me. I'm Jer. So, yeah. What else is happening? I haven't played Minecraft in a few days. I'm a little bit stuck on what I want to do with it. I have a huge big base and I've added some like detail, but I think I hate the detail. So I think I really just need to destroy what I've done at the detail part. So that kind of puts me off even doing it because that's a little bit like work. And I'm going to listen to some music. Um, I am Arwa. Thanks for joining, Arwa. Nice to have you here. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much. Aaron's telling me the oyster was slimy, but if I complain, I'd be starving. Yes, exactly. All food is good food. Um, Arwa, thank you for being my English student. Make sure to subscribe. So, everybody, I'm getting a bit tired now and I'm getting a bit hungry, and I want another cup of tea. And I'm going to have my dinner in maybe the next hour. My phone is my phone battery is about to die. Actually, I have 3% phone battery left. So I think we got down. I got down to 1% yesterday. Now going to sleep. Good night, bro. Good night, Aaron. Thank you so much for joining me and being a big part of the chat and helping me. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a good sleep and take care. Okay, Arwa, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, I'm going to finish up now because I could sit here and just keep talking. The Clash Royale Master, hello to you. Welcome back. Zayden Bryce, bye. Have a good one. Thank you for joining me and thanks for following me on Instagram. If anyone wants to follow me on Instagram, I have changed my name recently. Um, that is me on Instagram. The Lens of Jer, all one word. That's my handle on all my social media now. So you can find me on that on TikTok, on Instagram, and very soon there might be a new YouTube channel coming. Um, we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, the scenes. So yeah, if you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, this is just my personal life, not really English related. You'll see a little bit more of the business stuff that I do. I do designing, I do lots of different products and things like that, t-shirts, mugs. You might see some vulgar stuff. You'll definitely see some behind the scenes stuff of my personal life. So jump on and join me there. I haven't updated my YouTube channel yet with this new handle, but this is the handle for Instagram, TikTok. So make sure and check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you Insta, but can't go on TikTok. Banned in India. Yes, I believe so. I believe so. But I know you can circumnavigate it if you have a VPN. Uh, Hi, I'm back. Great Galaxy. Yes, I haven't gone yet. I'm just about to go. My battery on my phone is at 3%, so probably at 2% now. So I better go before my battery does. Don't you use LinkedIn? Yes, I do use LinkedIn. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, my name is Jared Ahern. I also have my company there. My company is on Instagram as well. It's called Dawnbridge Creative. And yes, if you want to follow other accounts, where am I from? I'm from Ireland. Ireland, Ireland. Just never use TikTok. Yeah. Yeah, TikTok is good. Instagram's pretty much the same though. Hi, Professor. Hi, the Clash Royale Master. Glad to have you back. I'm just going now. I'm just finishing up. So yeah, Jared Ahern is my name. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, that would be really nice. I'd appreciate that. I'll follow you back. And Dawnbridge Creative is my business, and that is on Instagram. I don't know if I have it on TikTok. I have so many accounts, but it's definitely on Instagram. So definitely follow there if you want to follow more and see more of behind the scenes. And yeah, I'm thinking about doing a new channel. It's a bit daunting starting a new channel, but maybe about a bit more about me and my life and stuff like that. Maybe if you guys want to see it, let me know. But yeah, that's it, guys. Let's check the battery. Battery's at still at 2%. But yeah, it's time for some dinner. I could, as I literally, I'm so comfortable. I could sit here and talk to you all day, but I have to go and live my life and not starve. So yeah, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me as always. Such a pleasure to interact with so many lovely people and get so much interaction with you guys and have you answering the quiz questions. So many great, correct answers and good, great to all of you. You all did so well. Battery running low. It's okay to have a great day. I need to have a great day now. I need to have a rest. I'm pretty tired. So yes, battery running low indeed. And yes, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go. And this was the longest live yet. Not so many people watching, but that's okay. Good people are here. And yes, see you all tomorrow. 4 o'clock might be a little bit earlier than normal, just because I have to get out or tomorrow evening for dinner. So yeah, thank you all so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.